a third way of building your pages in Pageable is to use modules. And modules will give you complete control over every single element, and you can place them however you want, wherever you want, and put in whatever content you want. They do take a little bit more time to build because you would need to have kind of vision in mind. But they also give you the most unique pages. So let's start building a simple page here. Let's begin with a text editor, and maybe we'll have a heading or headline goes here, and then some text to tell people the general idea of what the page is about. And as you can see, the text here is really small. So the first thing I'm going to do is probably going to center it. And then I'm going to make the first line, the headline, a heading. I am going to bold it. And because it's kind of small as well, I think I'm going to make it larger. Let's go for 48. And now that is pretty large. The bottom text is a little small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump it up maybe to 20 right there. And I'm going to save it. And maybe right after the headline, I might want to have a subscription box. Now, subscription modules are available in standard modules as well as other modules, so other groups of modules. So I believe you have them in the power modules as well. And we will have them in Ultimate Block. So you have to go through all these and just basically find what you need. I do know the one that I typically like to use is under Standard Modules, and they are in right here, subscription form. Now I look at the subscription form, I do not like it that because it's stacked. So what I want to do is I want to change it to inline, and that's pretty much it for now. Okay, and then I might want to change the background of this. Okay, hang on. The subscription form requires me to choose a service. So if you've never connected your um, email service provider to Pageable before, this is the time when you're going to do it. We've already done that. So whatever service that you use, whether it's Aweber or something else, it will prompt you through the process of creating or connecting, making the connection to Pageable. So we have already connected it once before to one of our accounts, and I'm just going to choose which list here, and I'm simply going to save, and that should work. And now I'm going to change the background of this to perhaps background where it says none. I can make it color, of course. I can make it a photo or even a video. So now I would choose a photo source. I'd select a photo. Let's just do something simple for demo purposes. And as you see now, it's kind of weird looking. So I might have to do some editing to that, maybe to give it an overlay so that my text will come out nicer. Maybe I'll overlay and make it darker or lighter. In this case, probably lighter. Whoops. I've changed the background color instead. Sorry. Okay, background color, background. All right, sorry. Change. I've made it a full opacity. That's why it's looking so weird. Okay, so maybe I'll give it like that, for example, and then I can save. And then from here, I can continue building with a different module. So perhaps let's take a look at a different, maybe under power modules. Let's take a look at maybe some testimonials. I will drop this down, for example, um, something that other people have said. Then we can just go ahead and add the testimonials in here. If I do not like that, we can also change it to something different. Maybe team. Maybe we want to tell people what great teams that we have. And unlike the other templates and blocks that you have seen before, modules do not have pre-created content. So everything that you build with modules, you kind of have to have an idea what you're doing. So in this case, maybe because we're looking at team, maybe I'll go ahead and add that one, and I'll just save that. And whoops. And then here, maybe I'll add a name, and I'll put her designation. And then now I've built one person in my team. If I've got more people I want to add, I can just duplicate this. And instead of putting it top to bottom, I want to put it on the side. And now I can just go here and change to a different person. And now I'm going to put something like that. And I can keep going. If I have more people on my team, I can put them all across, or I can make them, I can split them into two different rows if I want to. And let's look at some other things that we can put in here. Maybe I want to list the details that I have about my product, webinar, or service in here. So in here, I can just put feature 1, and I'll put a description of what that feature is. And then I can just duplicate this, and I'm going to put feature 2 here, save, and duplicate this, and just keep adding my features to this page. And if I find that it is a little too off to the side, what I can do is I can go to blocks, and I can add like blank columns to the left side and to the right side to kind of center it up a little bit more. And then now I can just make it really, okay, so I'm going to change this to 25% over on this side or thereabouts, close enough. And I'm going to change it to 25%, maybe this side. And now it will be more centered to the page. And I can just keep going like this. If I want to, let's say, build a call to action. Call to actions are usually nothing more than just a text here. Whoops, I didn't drop it down properly. Okay, and we say, don't wait, do it now, for example. I want to make it a heading, and we'll bold it. And then I'll also add a button to your sign up or whatever. Or if you want to, let's remove that. We can simply duplicate this box right here and bring it all the way down to here. And then maybe I want to change this to a background, a row with a full width. And I might want to change the background to probably a color, and give it a light. Just something light like that. And that's it. So now I have created a very, very basic page, and I can keep going All we need to do is just go through all these different modules and see what you might like to add. And you might have to play around with some of these. You know, for example, if you want to add a coupon, you might have to drag it into your page and take a peek at what it looks like and whether you want to add it or not. And if you don't like it, you can just easily remove it. That's how you build a page from scratch using modules.